Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, July 6, 2021. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday weekend for the 4th of July. Now we get back to work. It is going to get interesting around here, that's for sure. So first, let's start off with the conditions this morning. We have temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the higher elevations. Mid to upper 70s everywhere else with muggy conditions, winds from the southwest around 5 to 15 miles per hour. We did have fog earlier this morning, but that is now lifted as the winds are mixing up the atmosphere. But you can see where we are right now with dew points already pushing around 70 degrees. It's going to introduce the potential for a heat index to push over 100 degrees, and that's why we have heat advisories out for basically southeastern Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia metro, on up through the I-95 corridor into the New York City metro, with a heat index possibly pushing up to 105 degrees in some locations. When we take a look at our radar and our surface map, warm front well to the north, Bermuda high in place. Now we got these thunderstorms. You see this little trough here? It's going to clip the region, and with that, it's going to instigate the potential for some thunderstorms this afternoon. And these thunderstorms will be capable of packing quite a punch with heavy downpours, frequent lightning, small hail, and wind gusts over 60 miles per hour. So between 4 to 8 p.m., there's going to be that threat for thunderstorms reaching severe levels. So definitely be prepared for that, especially for the evening rush hour. Here's our winds right now. You can see our Bermuda high pumping in that tropical air right from the Atlantic Ocean right into our neck of the woods. And then I want you to focus down here. This is Tropical Storm Elsa. Now let's dive into some of the particulars here, because it's kind of important. Elsa right now is passing through the Florida Keys. It is winds of 60 miles per hour. It's moving to the north-northwest at 12 miles per hour. And it's expected to make landfall around Florida by the time we get to tomorrow morning. And then it's expected to track up the coast. And yeah, that S right there, that storm signal, is right around Cape May, New Jersey, and tracking through the coastal waters of New Jersey towards Long Island for Friday morning. So it looks like Friday morning is going to be a rather wet morning, and an unsettled one at that. Now, what I will be watching for the rest of the day is as Elsa tracks over these warm waters, to see whether any convection starts to develop on the western side. We're seeing a hint here. So here's your low-level center. Here's the majority of your storms. And then we're going to see whether the structure starts to pick up more thunderstorms on the western side and kind of gets rid of this dry air. If that happens, it has the potential to strengthen into a hurricane. Maybe about 75 miles per hour. Nothing's major, not a major hurricane, but maybe touching 75 miles per hour before making landfall. So we'll have to watch that and see what type of structure is in place as it's lifting through the southeast and heading towards our neck of the woods in terms of the potential for heavy rainfall. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see our thunderstorms developing over the Great Lakes, expecting to dive southeast towards our area. So the Poconos, Catskills, Hudson River Valley, New York City Metro, much of northern half of New Jersey, possibly pushing into central New Jersey as well, and the Philadelphia metro are all at threat for some strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon as these thunderstorms dive from northwest to southeast around our Bermuda High Ridge. Meanwhile, here comes Elsa, here comes a cold front. These two will interact and make for one heck of a rainy end to the week. On the visible satellite picture, you see this haze here? This haze is all because of the smoke left over from the fires in British Columbia. That is what's hanging around our region. And then, of course, we have our thunderstorms forming off to our north and west. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Hazy, hot, and humid. Temperatures ranging from the lower to mid-80s on the immediate coast, upper 80s to mid-90s away from the coast, with the heat index pushing up to 105 degrees, basically around the I-95 corridor. Thunderstorms this evening between 4 to 8 p.m. Some of these thunderstorms will be capable of packing quite a punch, and by tomorrow morning, look for some foggy conditions, muggy, humid, much like today, with low temperatures in the upper 60s to mid-70s. Tomorrow afternoon, rinse and repeat, threat for thunderstorms in the afternoon. Same type of scenario, low temperatures in the lower to mid-80s on the immediate coast, mostly due to the sea breeze. Upper 80s to mid-90s everywhere else, and that heat index possibly pushing up to 105, so definitely be careful. Now we get to Thursday, and things kind of get a little bit more interesting. the cold front starts to draw that tropical moisture from Elsa northward. That's going to lead to more widespread showers and thunderstorms, and some of these thunderstorms will be capable of some very heavy downpours. Look for lows in the lower to mid 70s, possibly a few upper 60s up towards the higher elevations. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s along the immediate coast, upper 70s to mid 80s over your higher elevations, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. Then on Friday, there comes Elsa. Now, the exact track is still in question, but let's say anywhere between the coastal waters and the New Jersey coastal plain, right around here. So it's going to basically be tracking through while our cold front's approaching from the west, and that means plenty of heavy rainfall on Friday morning. That's going to move quickly, though, so that's good news here. And by the time we get to Friday evening, a lot of that rainfall will be clearing out of the region. It's going to be a very wet day, though, any way you slice it, with rainfall amounts possibly anywhere between 1 to 3 inches, possibly higher in some of those tropical downpours. Low temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s, high temperatures upper 70s to mid 80s, and just a very muggy, wet, uncomfortable day. Now on Saturday, there's a threat for an isolated shower or two, but for the most part, sky cloud cover, lows in the upper 50s to mid 60s, highs in the upper 70s to mid 80s. And then on Sunday, our stationary front, combined with a wave of low pressure, will produce periods of showers, heavy at times, throughout the day on Sunday, lows in the lower to mid 60s over the higher elevations, mid to upper 60s along the coast, high temperatures in the upper 60s to mid 70s with periods of rain. Then on Monday and Tuesday, a series of weak cold fronts will move through with the threat for some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Look for otherwise scattered cloud cover with low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the mid 70s to lower 80s on the immediate coast, lower to mid 80s away from the coast. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and as always, stay safe out there.